no, no, no. What do you think you're doing? I don't even know who I would end up buying this bike for. It's got no top end power. The suspension is just gonna bottom out all the time. And worst part of all, it can't even wheelie. What kind of motorcycle can't even wheelie? Just go on and get out of here. I just don't even know what you think you're doing. I mean, this bike's too much of a couch to really get to do any kind of single track riding on. I mean, unless... Worldwide, this bike is recognized as an amazing dual sport bike, and you see people all the time using it as a commuter bike. But one of the questions that we're really trying to end up answering today is, at what riding level does this bike really stop being capable? At what point in time do you actually have to upgrade the bike and get something new? Or can you actually take this hard enduro riding? Can you take a single track riding? Can you do everything on this bike that you're wanting to do without having to upgrade and move on to something else? So today we're going to take it on some single track. We're going to do some hill climb testing on it. And then we're also going to do some turn track stuff and see just how well the suspension can handle taking a pounding and whether or not it likes me jumping it. Or at least hopefully we'll figure out a nice little jump that this bike can end up doing. Of course, rider weight, size, and a lot of that stuff will end up playing a factor into the end conclusions that you're gonna get and what I'm gonna end up getting. I am a lot larger of a rider than most other people, but my wife is pretty small and she rides this bike quite often and she finds it quite fun and entertaining. So we'll see how fun it is for someone like me. I would say my skill level is about intermediate level for hard enduro riding. I'm not the fastest rider in the world, but I'm also not all that slow either. My big fear is honestly going to be hill climbs. Just whether or not this thing's going to be able to tractor up everything with my body weight on it. This isn't even all that big of a hill and I'm sitting here wide open. I might have been in second gear though, so we'll see if first gear helps me out more than that did. See, already on that hill climb, this bike was starting to struggle a little bit. So I want to see what is the angle in which this bike just gives up. So one of the hardest things that you can do on one of these bikes is larger hill climbs. On small hill climbs, you can generally get away with just shifting down to first gear and using that bottom end torque to tractor your way up. But on something like the hill climb behind me here, you can't really get away with doing something like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in second gear, and then just once we get onto the hill climb, we'll just shift down into first and hope that we can transfer momentum into that bottom end torque. I'll also say this, a big part of this bike's downhill ability is just dropping it down into first gear and then letting the engine braking take you all the way down. It does not like to let you go all that fast in first gear. So far, this actually feels very nimble on single track. I'm actually thoroughly surprised. It feels kind of just like I'm lugging around a 250F just with no power. I think that's the only real struggle with this bike for like tight single track is going to be that ability to lift up your front end. This thing just has no grunt for lifting the front end or anything. It has a lot of tractoring torque, but that torque goes away really quickly once you get into these higher speeds. Oh. It does not particularly like whoops though. The suspension doesn't quite rebound quick enough. I'll give the bike full credit for this though. It's surprisingly very nimble. Like I feel like I can put the bike wherever I'm wanting to put it. It's really just that rebound killing me. As soon as I get to the choppy stuff, that's when the suspension starts failing me. So one of the most important things with any motorcycle you end up getting is the ability to lift up the front wheel and be aggressive with any type of terrain you end up riding the bike on. So we came out to this turn track area in which it has a couple of doubles, a bunch of rollers, and we're just gonna see how aggressive we can end up being on this bike. We want a good comparison just to show you guys how much this bike can actually end up doing. So we brought out my stock Sur-Ron.
Alrighty. We'll do it right here. Here, we'll line up with that hole. Ah, tree. The bars went down on me. If this bike beats the Sur-Ron, I'm going to be genuinely surprised. I didn't have the guts to double. Alright, let's see what the time is. Alrighty, now we're doing it on the Sur-Ron. The Sur-Ron, it's half broken right now, so don't judge too much on how quick I'm willing to ride it. But this should at least be a pretty good even comparison. One shot, one go. Let's see what we can do on the run. What a lackluster start. Come on, baby. The XT was definitely faster off the line, but I definitely know I can work this in the rollers a lot better. I don't know if I'm going to be able to corner this as good as that XT though. I was really starting to roll. Ooh. Almost got hit with the drone. Keep it. Oh, there we go. Unfortunately, that counts. Didn't have in sport mode the whole time. Let's see if we can make up some time and really charge. I knew it felt a little off, underpowered on the start. Let's see if we can make up that time. What do you guys think? Do you think the Sur-Ron's gonna end up beating the XT in this lap? I'm starting to think not. I might do a second lap just to see if being in sport mode the whole time will make that big of a difference. There's no way I'm clearing that. I don't think this has enough power. Everything I would have made up would be in the rollers. Alrighty. Go ahead and put the times up on the screen, editing Sam. Did the Sur-Ron end up being it?
All right, so I just want to give you guys a general overview of the video today. So how did this XT250 really do on everything we did? So we did some hill climb challenges, we did some turn track stuff, and we did single track stuff. The bike actually handled really well. I'm about an intermediate level rider, and I would say I had a lot of fun over the last 2 days. The bike held up fine. The only thing that ended up really becoming an issue was just the handlebars kept turning down on me, but that's kind of a me issue, unfortunately. But if you guys did end up enjoying today's video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me. I love seeing my channel grow. And let me know what you guys want to see me do next on the XT. I'm down to do hard enduro races. I'm down to go try some GP races. I'll even try a motocross race if you really want me to. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.